Stanley Trzynski of the Lowell Firefighters Association, club grounds at 362-364 Fletcher Street, the Lowell Firefighters Outing and Charity Softball Tournament for Saturday, September 15th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Corey Belanger of CB Enterprises for a lot adjacent to the Athenian Corner on Market Street for Saturday, September 15th from 6 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. This is for the Lowell Brewfest. Corey Belanger for CB Enterprises for the church grounds at St. George Orthodox Greek Church at 44 Princeton Boulevard for Saturday, September 29th from 12 noon to 8 p.m. for the Greek Festival. And then we have a series of applicants for the Merrimack Repertory Theater for their theatrical performances for the 2012-2013 season, starting with Jeff Prescott, who is the first one up, starting with the first performance scheduled for September 5th. And that series of dates, there's some total of 30 dates running September, October, and into November. November 7th is the final date for Mr. Prescott. And this would be for the concession sales and service during a 45 minutes prior to the scheduled performance, and then at an intermission, which is estimated to be about a 15-minute intermission. Mike LaChance, also in the Merrimack Repertory Theater, he's scheduled to take dates October 10th through the 14th, but there are 5 dates. Dan Berraby of the Merrimack Repertory Theater, also for performances at the theater for starting with November 8th and running through till December 23rd, 2012, a total of 28 dates. Mike LaChance will come up again after the first of the year, starting with January 10th, 2013, and his series of dates are 19, running through February 3rd, 2013. Then John Dyson, also of the theater, starting with February 14th, running through until April the 4th, 2013, a total of 30 dates. And last is Ed Cyrus of the Merrimack Repertory Theater for dates starting with April 5th, running through and including May 19th, and a total of 27 dates. That's for the beer and wine only.
Could you step to the podium and introduce yourself for the record?
Stanley Trzynski, manager, Lowell Firefighters Club.
Corey Belanger, Majors Pub.
Jeff Prescott, Merrimack Repertory Theater.
Mike LaChance, Merrimack Repertory Theater.
Dan Berube, Merrimack Repertory Theater.
John Dyson, Merrimack Repertory Theater.
Ed Cyrus, Merrimack Repertory Theater.
Stanley, how many times have you done this event?
This will be our third.
Okay, and we haven't had any issues before?
No, sir.
No. And Corey, is this the first time you've had an event at the parking lot there?
Yes, we just relocated, Commissioner, as you know, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, to our new location. Yes, this is going to be our first event that's going to be held in the Athenian Corner parking lot.
Okay, great. And has any of the members of the Repertory Theater, any of the representatives, not held a license with us before? Everyone has been, okay. Just remember, this license is in your name. It's not the Merrimack Repertory Theaters. It's your name. So if there's any issues, you'll be the one held responsible. So make sure that you have the Lowell Police programmed in on your cell phone. And if you feel uncomfortable at any times, you can call them and you can shut off anybody at any time. Other than that, I have nothing to add. Mr. Tague?
Mr. Trzynski, the softball tournament, where is that held?
Well, they have it across the street at the South Common. They have fire departments from around Lowell. They participate, and they come over to the Firefighters Club after the tournament for hot dogs, hamburgers, and beers.
And those hot dogs, hamburgers, and beers are served across the street?
No, they're served at the Firefighters Club.
At the Firefighters
Yes,
Club?
yes,
Fletcher Street.
yes.
What time does the softball tournament begin?
They start playing ball, I think, at 9 o'clock. I'm going to say 9 o'clock.
Okay. I'm just a little concerned about a 9 o'clock start on serving alcohol. if the tournament begins at 9 o'clock, especially with, you know, the tendency to cross Fletcher Street. I realize that you've had 3 annual events with no problems, but that is a concern to me that we're starting the license so early. I would think, you know, that 11 o'clock would probably be, receive a better review with me.
I can't do anything about that. If you say 11, it's 11.
I'm gonna put that in the form of a motion, Mr. Chairman, to amend this for an 11 o'clock to 6 p.m. request.
I'll second the motion. Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Yes. And for the rest of the licenses?
And I guess this goes with Mr. Belanger, Mr. Chizinski. I'm not, and I have some other questions about the Merrimack Repertory Theater, but what do you do to section off the area where the alcohol is being served?
If I may, well, the Athenian Corner parking lot has a stone, if you will, granite wall, only about a foot and a half high, with a gate about another 3-4 feet high. So it's pretty cordoned off by itself as it is, but we will add additional fencing to confine, believe me, and I have, you know, 3 or 4 security people. There will be a police officer on duty to confine, you know, the event, so nobody's getting in or out. There will be 1 entrance and exit, and the rest will be patrolled so they can't get out to the street or anywhere with their beverages. But for the most part, I'm going to say 80 to 90% of this area is already confined naturally with fencing. And
I knew it was toward the rear of the parking lot, but I
yes,
didn't
that's
know
what we're
that it
going to
was
need
on
to-
the sidewalk as well.
yes, that's where the fencing will need and whatnot, yes.
Okay. And Mr. Chizinski, is the firefighters club have
We
some kind
put
of
up
structure?
like a snow fence just on the sidewalk, and we have like where that monument is, our back door, there's a little area there. Like I said, we've done this the last 2 years, and nobody's going out in the street, and
Pretty responsible crowd. How many people do you have?
Well, last year, I think they had 7 baseball teams, so 9 sevens, you know, it depends every year how many teams sign up for it.
Okay. I don't have any further question of those 2 applicants, but as far as Merrimack Repertory Theater, and I'm not sure who's looking for the license at the MRT, who's looking for the license during the period of the Golden Gloves competition?
That's a different facility. That's the Memorial Auditorium.
Yeah,
That's a different facility. They have their own license.
it is, okay. I just wanted to make sure, it's the same building, though, is it?
We share the building. Our building is in the front of there, so there is a door that separates us. We share the bathroom
Yeah.
with them, but any of their events, they have their own license. They have a yearly license, and then they also get event licenses.
Okay. I don't have any more questions, Mr.
I'll take a motion.
A motion to approve these licenses as amended.
Second, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes. All right, good luck, guys.
Commission will now take up the matter of the special one-day license applications for all alcoholic beverages. Fernando Borba of the Holy Ghost Society for the events at Holy Ghost Park at 65 Village Street, starting with Saturday, September 8th, from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m., which is a wedding reception. Saturday, September 15th, from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m., also a wedding reception. Saturday, September 22nd, from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. is a shrimp dinner. Saturday, September 29th, from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m., a wedding reception. Saturday, October 6th, from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. is the Madeira night. And last is Saturday, October 13th, from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. is the Graciosa Gala.
Please introduce yourself for the record.
Hi, Fernando Borba, Holy Ghost Society.
And Fernando, you've been here before, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what's your position on the Holy Ghost Park? Holy Society?
Vice President.
Vice President, okay. We have 4 events going to 2 a.m.?
Yep.
Okay. And what time is the last call going to be?
Usually we do it at 1 o'clock, 1:15, because then it take a little while for them to get out. They usually like to talk and finish their beer, so usually about 1:15 we usually
And
close the
everyone's
bar
out of
and
the building by 2,
stuff. Yeah,
correct?
definitely, we have to go home too, so.
I have no other questions.
I don't have any let me rephrase. How far away is Holy Ghost Park from the nearest residential house?
Well, this house is right behind you, right?
Yeah, we're after the parking lot,
After the
so
parking lot.
maybe about 300 feet, 500 feet.
Do you have live entertainment there, music and,
It's inside the building,
yeah?
closed in,
But you've never received any noise complaint or anything from,
not for
The
inside,
neighbors.
inside
The
event.
history of the Holy Ghost Society, they did have issues with the outdoor amplification, but they now use a sound meter, and they have the police check off that it's within a reasonable level, and they go, I believe you guys go all the way to the end of Colley Stadium.
Yeah, yeah.
And check
That's-
it, and at the end of the parking lot, and they move progressively forward, but.
That's an outside event.
That's an outside event. These are all inside events. I don't recall,
all inside
and I
events.
don't, if any inside events having
No,
any noise
that's-
complaints.
No, none
Not
that,
inside
none
of
that has ever come to my attention.
I have no other questions, Mr. Chairman.
I'll take a motion.
I move to approve the licenses.
Seconded, all in favor, say yes?
Yes.
Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Commission will now take up matters to do with public amusement license. 2 events on the same date at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium. Applicant is Thomas McKay, Mill City Management, Inc., for events at Memorial Auditorium, 50 East Merrimack Street. Teresa Caputo, the Long Island Medium, and she'll have 2 shows, 2 separate admissions for Saturday, September 8th. Show number 1 is from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., and MCM Presents is the promoter. And show number 2, also Thomas McKay, Mill City Management, Inc., Memorial Auditorium, 50 East Merrimack Street. Teresa Caputo, the Long Island Medium. This will be show number 2 for Saturday, September 8th, from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Also, MCM is the Presents is the promoter.
Introduce yourself, your name, introduce yourself for the record.
Kira Walls from the Lowell Auditorium.
Kira, what is the Long Island Medium?
She's she has a television series on TLC,
Okay.
and so
great.
she's coming in.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
I have no questions,
All
Mr.
right.
Chairman.
Make a motion to approve.
So moved.
All right. All in favor? Yes?
Yes.
Good luck, Kira.
And then we have special events permit for amplified outdoor public entertainment, starting with Lydia Sisson of Mill City Grows, care of the YWCA of Lowell, a sound system for music, film, Mill City Grows Fall Harvest Festival for Saturday, September 29th, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. This will be held at the Rotary Park Garden at 22 Richmond Avenue. And also Michael Cavallero of MC Restaurants, Inc., doing business as Cavallero's Restaurant, 573 Lawrence Street, a sound system for band at the patio of the Cavallero's Restaurant for Saturday, August 25th, from 8 p.m. to 12 midnight.
Introduce yourself for the record.
I'm Lydia Sisson.
Okay.
Manny Cavallero, Cavallero's Restaurant.
All right. Lydia, have you been here before?
No, I haven't. First time.
All right. Michael, you have been.
Manny, yeah.
Manny, excuse me.
Many times.
Manny, yes, many times, I know. With the sound amplification outdoor entertainment license, the most important thing is it's a common sense license. You don't want to hear it 5 blocks away.
Yeah.
A reasonable level. I mean, your hours are 2 to 7, so it shouldn't be too disruptive to the rest of the city. Manny, you're 8 p.m. to 12 midnight. I know you've done this before. There's those condominiums right behind you, and you're on, but you haven't had any complaints
No, we never had
before.
one issue.
But just make sure if you can hear it, 3 streets away,
Okay.
we don't want that, okay?
Absolutely.
I have no questions, Mr. Chairman.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve.
So moved.
All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And last we have is the application for a change of manager for the club licensee, the Social Club of Pawtucketville, Lowell, Massachusetts, for premises at 123 University Avenue. William B. Welsh is proposed as the new manager. He is of Hudson, New Hampshire. Commissioner Tague, just a little background on the club. An unfortunate thing happened for the club is that they lost their active manager who passed away last month, and Mr. Welsh is here at the approval of the Board of Directors for the club to be the new manager of record.
Could you introduce yourself?
Yes, William Welch, Pawtucketville Social Club.
Great. And Mr. Welch, what's your association with the social club?
I've been an active member for 7 or 8 years. I have 30 years in the alcohol business. They kind of reached out to me. I'm tip certified. I've been in management positions.
What experience have you had? Managing bars, restaurants,
Yeah,
sales?
I work for the Lowell Housing Authority as an inspector for 32 years. Primarily, they were looking for someone to be around at night where I'm going to take a couple shifts and weekends. There's always a board of directors member there during the week, during the day. I worked for Boston Concessions, which was originally Songus Arena. Now it's Aramark, which I'm going to give up, of course. The company before that, Centerplate Concessions, they have all the theaters in Boston. I go in and do those on the big events. Phantom Gourmet festivals, I do all those. So I've got a pretty good background on different types of situations and functions and crowds and whatnot.
Okay. And at the social club, is there a sign-in, sign-out procedure?
Yes, there is. Door's always locked.
And who maintains that? Who maintains that sign-in, the log, or how you guys track?
The on-duty bartender.
The on-duty bartender, okay. So you'll be responsible for all that, you're understanding?
Correct, yes.
Okay. I don't have any questions.
With regard to the control device, is it a buzzer that allows the bartender
Yeah, it's a card key system. The door's always locked.
Okay.
All the members, we have 315 members, they all have, I'll show you.
Excuse me, did you say 50 members or?
No, 315.
315?
Yeah, this is a card key system.
Okay.
And it's renewed every year. Actually, I think we're due up September 1st, so.
Is there parking at that?
There's a city parking lot across the street. There's meters on the streets as well. Most of the, 70% of all the business transpires after 6 o'clock in the evening.
And do you have events there?
Very few. There's a turkey night. There's a kid's Christmas party. There might be a barbecue during the summer. Just a few, very, very, very few.
Now, with regard to your experience, are any of the places that you recited licensees that have held liquor licenses before?
In the city?
Any of the places that you work, have you worked for?
Yeah, I'm presently, right now, with Aramark, which is Songus Center. Also, the Inn and Conference Center.
Okay.
They run that facility there. I'm presently working at both facilities.
Okay, I'm kind of new to this. Does Aramark have the license for selling the beer over at the Songus Center?
Yes, holds the license for the Songus Center as well as the hotel on Warren Street.
Yeah, okay. I have no further questions.
Okay.
Take a motion to approve.
Thank you,
So
gentlemen.
moved.
All in favor, say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Good luck. This just has to go to the ABCC in Boston, and then once we get it back from them, you'll be officially the manager. Okay, yep. Is there anything else?
Nothing on the agenda. Just for the sake of a future meeting, now that the License Commission holds meetings on Thursday evenings for 6:30 start time, for the next several weeks, we're not going to be able to schedule meetings. I know the 6th of September, Planning Board has a meeting. Commissioner Occasion, is not available for the 13th of September.
Correct.
That's the following Thursday. The 20th of September, it appears also that the planning board will be holding its meeting. Normally, they would meet on a Friday, Monday. They would meet on a Monday. That's their normal meeting dates. But whenever there's a holiday, particularly like Labor Day on a Monday, they'll move their meeting to a Thursday. Apparently, there's something special going on for some members of the planning board on the 17th of September, which is a Monday, so they cannot hold their meeting that date, so they've scheduled planning board matters for the 20th. At the moment, it would appear that the two members present sitting would be September 27th. Unless some things change in the next several weeks, all I can anticipate.
We can plan on the 27th, and then if there's something that comes up that needs to be addressed, we can, whether hold a special meeting or whatnot.
Right, if there's something, and if need be, if in consultation with the law department, oftentimes, not oftentimes, but on occasion, there may be matters of the board secretary issuing a license subject to, after the fact, with the, what's the word I'm looking for? Ratification of the board. And it would be something of a minor nature, it wouldn't be a liquor license for certain. I would never consider such a matter as that, but just like somebody sometimes wants to open up a secondhand store, so long as Captain Webb or some police officer is aware of the new business of that nature because of the sensitivity of secondhand merchandise that some businesses acquire from the public, they need to know and understand that those secondhand articles they receive must be, they must notify the local police of what it is that they've received so that the police will have record of it, and if perchance it seems that that item might be stolen, then the police will have a source for that. I believe that's the protocol in that situation, but that's just a typical possibility of a matter where the licensing board might be asked to ratify something after the fact.
I see.
And if we have to meet on the 13th, I think I mentioned this to you, that I could do it at 5 o'clock, I just can't do it at 6:30. So, if there's something of import that we need to get through,
Okay.
we can do that because if the planning board's not meeting till 6:30.
Yeah, I know, though, that sometimes whatever time they gather, it would certainly be, I would think, right after 6 PM or soon thereafter, and they would need to be
Prepared.
and we wouldn't want to encroach on any of their
No.
situation.
All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say yes. Yes. See you next time.